Hello, everybody. Welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath, intuitive card reader, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm here to do the monthly reading for the month of September 2018 for the sign of Scorpio. So let's get right into your shuffle. This is a 5-card draw. Your first card being your overall energy. Card number 2 is your wealth and finances. Card number 3, your hearth, your home, your intimate love. Card number 4, your challenges, should there be any. And card number 5 is your message from Spirit. This is a general reading. This is for Cancer Sun, Rising, or not Cancer, sorry, Scorpio Sun, Rising, and Moon as well. This is also a general reading which may or may not resonate with you in a personal way. A good shuffle. This whole province is under one big smudge right now because on the other side of Canada, the other side of the country, BC fires have been out of control for a while. The smoke has literally traveled 5,000 or 6,000 miles across to our side. New Brunswick's under one big smudge right now. It appears to be like a very gray, cloudy sky, smoke. But it's supposed to blow off, so we'll see. And then I'm going to cut the cards. And I'm going to consult with Pendulum. I'm going to pull you guys down, pull the camera down. Okay, Lilith, let's do your thing here. Do your thing. Are the top 5 cards as this deck stands the cards that are meant for the 5-card spread for the month of September 2018 for the sign of Scorpio? For this general public reading are the top 5 cards. The cards that are going to bring forth messages for those that are viewing the reading. Little more of a kick there, girly. Let's see it. That's good. Okay, thank you. You may stop and you may rest. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. All right. Okay, so I've had music cranked here all day, and now that it's off, I feel like something is like this big, huge void. It's too quiet. And where did my crickets go? They were singing. They usually stop singing if there's something walking by or something near. Your very first card we're looking at is a 6 of Swords. Calm. This is going to be your energy, Scorpio. And your second card is the Knight of Pentacles and Loyalty. This is your wealth and finances. Third card is your hearth, your home. That's twice that's come up in that place. 9 of Swords and Anxiety. Your challenges, should there be any. Beautiful card, the Chariot, movement. And we're also looking at your message from Spirit, the King of Cups and Understanding. Okay, so this is your 5-card spread. And I forgot to do something that I have to get in right now before I forget, because if I leave it to the end. Those of you regulars, you know where I'm going with this. I'm burning my candle from intuitivecandles.com right here. And this is called Dion Goddess, and it's a very beautiful, it's just a really nice smell. It's citrus, it's a citrus blend, very clean, very, a hint of a perfumey smell, and that's not heavy. Anyway, those of you that are new, this is Dion Goddess, is what I'm burning. When the wax melts down, I'm left with a beautiful reveal. My last reveal was just a few nights back from my sparkling cranberry, and this was my amethyst that I pulled, the caged amethyst. Very, very, very beautiful, gorgeous, and stuff like that, and pretty things like this. Your trees of life, gorgeous stuff. Clear quartz, my pendulum, of course. Anyways, they are 100% soy-based candles with a 40-hour plus clean burn. They clean up well, they burn well. And what else can I say about they're handcrafted right here in New Brunswick. And every whatever you reveal is always, they become addictive with these candles. But anyway, go to intuitivecandles.com. They're still running their 10% promotional code. For 10% off your orders, use the promotional code BOFF10. It's Bay of Fundy Fortunes and the number 10, and that'll get you 10% off your order. Please don't ask me in the comments, where do I go to order those candles? Because I'm going to say it again. Intuitivecandles.com. Now let's get to the reading. All right, so Scorpio, I know some of you will be looking forward to this calm. This is a time for calm waters after much upheaval, stress, this sort of a thing. Some trips are coming up for some of you, probably over water. So we're talking a ferry, ship, maybe a cruise, something like this, but it's over water. This card also shows you after the month of August. It shows you, I know, August. Yeah, it was a crazy month, wasn't it? We still have some retrogrades going on, and that's a lot of it right there. I thought I was going to lose my friggin' marbles yesterday. I was completely out of my character, out of my personality, the whole 9 yards. So, but anyways, moving on in positive ways for you, Scorpio. There's some new work on the horizon as well. There could be some new contracts, some new offers, an expansion even. What are the, it's another word for expansion, but spreading out in your work. This card also brings forward for you making a list of priorities in your life. Cutting to the chase. I just hear somebody saying, I don't have time for all this extra stuff. I need to stay focused on these things and work on these things. Somebody's getting a lot of outer interference, we'll call it. You keep getting pulled away from what it is you're doing and distracted. So you're trying to pull it all together, and you're making a priority list from most important to what can wait, kind of a thing. That's the best thing you could do for yourself, by the way. Also, you're being advised, for some of you, it's not an easy thing, but you need to leave behind places, situation, and people that are no longer serving any positive service in your life at all. There's no reason for them to be there. It's weighing you down, hanging on your coattails. You need to break free from all that, especially the people. They're just taking up your time. You don't have time anymore. So you only go by necessity. What is it that you need? Never mind the wants. Stick to what you need to get to where you're going to and get through it. At least get it set up so it's running itself, whatever it is that you're doing. Your advice is for you to be open with change, and when change comes, not to question so much, but to more go with the flow. Ease up a little bit, and it won't be so hard on you either. It'll go easier. Use your intuition, right? And if it's saying this is okay, then you kind of go with the flow and just wing it and see where you end up at. It's an adventure. Keywords are journeys, moving on, immigration, safe haven, peace, resolution, and protection with this card. Calm, sixes are all about calmness, about harmony in your life. So you're moving from a chaotic month into something a little bit easier to take. The flow will be better for you. You won't miss a beat. You'll be fine. Your next card, we're looking at the finances and wealth, and we're looking at the Knight of Pentacles and loyalty. And this card today is screaming at me loyalty to you, yourself. All right, in a financial way, money overwise, your overall your income, making extra money, bringing in more money. You have to be if it's a job, that's fine. If you're an employee that works for somebody else, that applies as well. Or somebody that is, independent, self-employed, the rules are the same. You need to be loyal to your business or your job and yourself first before anything else. That's being brought forward for you. And, Details are important with this card, and you're to move slowly. Like this knight moves very, very slowly. He's very slow. He's very methodical. He plans his moves with care. He triple checks everything when it's done to make sure that it's done right. Now is the time for you to sit down and to make some long-term choices and decisions for some of you. For some of you, your goal is to make it for spring. Something's happening in the spring. And right now you're putting it into place for fall through winter to carry you through into spring. There's your goal. There's your target is spring to get the results that you're looking for. It's going to take a lot of hard work for some of you to realize your dreams here and to realize your goals and your targets. But you know what? It'll just be that much more. It'll be more enriching. The harder it is, the more enriching it is in lessons. It really, really is. You'll learn things along the way that never occurred to you, especially when the going gets tough. That's when you stick with it, but it's going to be worth it. Tarot says so. Spirit says it's going to be much worth it in the end. All right? You'll be glad that you put in the extra hard work. Keywords, investments, property, and progress. And this is a wonderful thing. Your finances are looking fine. As long as you're careful and you put you and your job, wherever that flow of money comes from, you make it a priority. Your third card. What is going on with the home lives of you guys? I think it was just Libra. That hat was it Libra? I can't remember. There's another one. But the Nine of Swords, it's the anxiety card and the worry card of tarot. A lot of things go through with this card. And I tell people all the time, and I'm feeling it again. And what it is, anxiety. Okay. So some of you are having some anxious moments going through this so-called anxiety. We all go through them. As spiritual as a lot of us are, we still live here on the earth. We're still in terra firma, and we've got to deal with the now. We've got to deal with reality. We need to stay grounded. We need to learn to put things in proper perspective, because that's what's missing here. This card is screaming it. Not putting things in proper perspective and putting your priorities where they need to be as well. If you do that, your anxiety level comes down, because you know what? You've got everything under control. You're standing there looking at your life or whatever it is, your project, and you're going, that's exactly what, and you can feel the anxiety slipping away, because you're starting to see what it is that caused all the anxiety, but you've got control of it now. Things are going the way you want them to go. That's the time you say, okay, I'm not going to, you make a promise to yourself, I'm not going to worry about it from here on out. I'm going to let it play itself out. Anxiety will make you very physically ill. If you hold the anxiety and the nervousness and the fear in, you bury it down instead of releasing it. But I mean, releasing is like we always talk about good energy. Oh, this is good energy and that's good energy. Well, you know what? There's some energies out there that are not, and we don't talk about them, do we? It's the elephant in the room sometimes. You can get a bunch of people in a room talking about how spiritual they are, how great they feel, what a great energy this, but and there's some poor bloke sitting in the corner going, chewing their nails, and they've got nothing to say because they can't relate. And they won't speak. They won't vent. They won't let it out. And we all need that. That energy needs, just like good energy flows, so does the bad energy, the negativity that brings the anxiety. It flows and it's strong just as well. It can overtake us. It can screw up our common sense and our logic. We can't think straight. But it needs somewhere to go. And in order, it needs to be released. It needs to let out so we can. And that's what you need to do. You need to release that stress in one form or another, that anxiety, and you will sleep better. You won't be up at 3 a.m. worrying about everything, because that's not healthy. It's not conducive to success at all. You need to believe in yourself more. Stand your ground. Look where you've come from. If you have to look behind you to see how far you've come, Scorpio, then you do that. All right? And you go, I have come along. Oh my gosh, I have. What am I worried about? This is peanuts. For some of you, it'll be small fry stuff. Then you went through bigger stuff in the past. This is the small stuff. But you're really, really anxious, and you need to let it go, and you need to trust in the universe more, and you need to have faith. Find a go-to person that you can vent with that won't be judgmental. and spill it all out with them. And then you're getting it out there and you're getting away from it. You'll find those levels you cannot hold that in. That's the stuff that drives people crazy. That's the stuff that makes people very sick. That's the stuff that gives you a friggin' heart attack. It's not healthy and good. And you're feeding into that. You're feeding into the dark side. Get rid of the anxiety in any way that you can, whatever's comfortable for you. Also, anybody, if you've been mistrusting of anybody or you've been suspicious, this card also is bringing forward that your suspicions will be validated. You'll find out that you were right about somebody. Let somebody else do the discovering. Let somebody else do the hanging. You already know what's going on, but let somebody else carry through. You just become a fly on the wall, and you'll go, I was right. I was right about that. I was right about that person. Try not to see when you're under this kind of anxiety. You take it everywhere with you. You know, in the perfect world, you wouldn't take this home with you. You'd leave it wherever. Try not to let the anxiety get between your relationships. All right, you don't want that happening in your home life. You know what? You just, in your mind, you build a wall, kind of like Trump. Build a wall around your house. You're not letting anything in or any negativity at all is what I'm saying. Build a wall around your world. What is your world? What is your environment? Ask the universe for pure white light protection. All right? Whatever it takes. But some of you really have to work at conquering this anxiety. This is not good at all. Maybe some of you need to see a doctor about it. It may take it to that point. Then if it does, it does. You do what you have to do to get out of that. Scorpio, stop worrying and biting your fingernails. Your next card and your challenges here. And you know what? When you get this card, you get stuck here. And then you get this card. It says, what the hell are you doing? Here's your challenges. This card's your wake up. This card's you're kicking the butt. It tells you, what are you doing? Here I am. I'm an opportunity. Okay? I'm an opportunity for you that's dancing in front of you, and you're not seeing me because you got your head buried in worries and anxiety, and you shouldn't be feeling that way at all. This is a card of movement. This is a card of high energy, not emotional at all. Any decisions you make, you could feel challenged on letting your emotions rule your decisions, but you really shouldn't with this card when it shows up. And these are your challenges, is to, sometimes black and white is just black and white. It is what it is. You can't change it. You've got to work with it. You can work around it. But there's a lot going on with this card, and it shows a lot of fast forward movement. You're not going to go anywhere, okay, if you leave yourself in this place. That's not good. Clear your mind out. Focus in on whatever's important to you. Get a project on the go. Have a goal, a target, and put your focus there. And after a while, this will just very quietly disintegrate out of your life because you're not focused on that. All right? And you'll be able to move forward. You can release the brakes so that you can go forward here. Watch your ego with this card. We can get a little bit full of ourselves. Sometime, don't lord it over anybody. Don't be telling people, I told you so. Or rubbing people's faces and things. Don't do that. Be very careful of how you treat people. Treat them with kindness and compassion. Enjoy this time of power and this time of motivation. If you use it right, this is really going to get a lot of you over the hump that you've been trying to get over. Or you know how you're waiting so long for things to unfold and it's becomes stagnant. You're just sick of it. When's this going to happen? When's this coming to be? When's it coming together? This is a card to tell you. It will. You just best be ready for it instead of wallowing. All right? Get out of the wallowing and be ready for the good stuff that comes. Keywords are journey and determination, willpower, progress, restriction, guidance, and protection again. You're really in a high protective mode here this month. So, there's been a lot of that coming up in the readings, actually. This this protection mode, that's just what it is, you know. So, I don't know, September's, I can't even tell you how September's going because we're kind of all over the board here. And I don't know why that is. But you got two cards fighting each other. All right. This is a card of high energy, so I'm hoping for some of you it'll be enough to pull you out of that and away from that. Okay, so your last card is your message from Spirit. I got something in my eye. And it is the King of Cups. I just heard maturity and growth going on with these last two cards here as well. You're reaching a new understanding, as the King implicates. This is your message from Spirit. This card shows you gaining more integrity because it's coming with the maturity, always doing what is right. You realize that's the right way to go. And that applies to everything in your life, always doing what is right. Keep your integrity. Your honor is going to be held higher than ever. You're going to be more sensitive and more devoted to your family, your friends. And when you're really giving everything that you can into your home life, into your relationships. This is fantastic for you. Finally getting it. Figuring it out. Do you know what I'm saying? What's the most important thing to you in your life? What is you prioritize everything. This is a card of sensitivity as well. The friends that you have are probably going to be the ones that are close to you, they're there for the rest of your life. You've got a really great support system as far as that goes. And your empathy is going to grow for people because you're maturing. You see and you understand people in different situations, why they do what they do, why they say what they say, why they believe what they believe. You're maturing. You're becoming more open-minded and more welcoming. The flies, I've got screens everywhere and they still get in, but you know what? They know that their days are numbered now. We're coming into fall. There's my crickets. I wish you guys could hear that. And you can have empathy for others, but you need, and this sounds selfish, and some people go, I can't do that because they're givers, right? But you really need, if you are that way, you need to put yourself first. It sounds selfish. I'm one of those people. I never did. I always put everybody else before me, but you really need to come to a point you say, this is only going to work for me. My future, my job, my projects, my career, whatever, relationships. This is only going to work. And be solid. With the final result of solidity is if I put my own needs first. I need to take care of me, or I can't make anything else happen. Life will just revolve around me, but I won't be part of it. I need to put me first. Your needs need to come first so you can be a benefit to everybody else in your life. It's not that bad. It's not that hard to do. But that's being advised for you right there. So you don't give away all your energy and all your empathy and leave yourself an empty vessel that's been drained. Don't do that. Do not do that. It just brings more shortcomings to yourself. You don't want that. They don't feel good. Shortcomings, they're not good. Take some time to meditate. Take some alone time. Go into a retreat. Read more. Absorb more. Learn more. To get to that place where you feel like you're in control and you're on top of things. There's no better feeling in the world. The advice of this card for you, Scorpio, is to follow your feelings and trust that you are right. No matter what other people, we talked about getting rid of people that are no longer serving you any purpose. And in this way, they can be overwhelming with waving the finger, shoving their opinions and beliefs and thoughts on you. Should do this. You should do it that way. You shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that. Those are the people that could make you doubt yourself, and you don't need that. Trust that you are on the right path. Trust that you've made the right decision, you're in the right place and at the right time. Trust your gut instinct. Trust your instinct, your intuition, that's spirit. So trust in spirit that you're being led and doing the right thing. You'll know if it's the right thing or not. You won't even question it. It either is or it isn't. End of, right? Do the right thing. Your final words are fairness and empathy, sensitivity, loyalty, maturity, and honor. Always do the right thing. And that, my dear Scorpio, was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you something. I hope you got something out of it. Anyways, if you'd like to have a private reading with me, please look below this video window in the Show More section. Grab my email, read through what's there, and I'll get you taken care of. It's going to be getting really, really busy. I can only manage 2 to 3 big readings a day because it takes anywhere from 4 to 6 hours, 4 to 5 hours per video when it comes to the private readings because they're long. And that's how long they take. And if I could get through, there's 15 hours. You know, that's a real reach for me doing the private readings. So you may be waiting anywhere from 1 day to 7 days for your reading. But you know what? I'm sorry about that because I used to have a 24-hour or 24 to 48-hour turnover time. It's not that way anymore. And there's nothing I can do about that. There's only one of me. But people all say the same thing. It was a wait. I did have to wait, but it was worth the wait. It was so worth the wait. I get people right out online saying, I had to wait for mine, but geez, it was so worth the wait. So there you go. Good things come to those that wait. In saying that, please join us on Facebook. It is a closed private group full of like-minded individuals just like me and just like you. It's a great group. And also, if you're looking for me, you don't find me right here in Bay of Fundy Fortunes, you'll find me down below, walking down the cove, on the beach, along the water's edge, that hold the highest, mightiest tides in the whole world, on the whole planet, the beautiful, the bountiful, the magnificent Bay of Fundy. No matter where you find me, chances are you're always going to find me waiting for the switch of the tides, high and low. Keep the peace in so you can share that love and light out, and I wish you the very best, Scorpio. Up and forward. Pull yourself up and move forward, Scorpio, for the month of September. You're going to be okay. Bye for now.